Welcome. What's up, guys? I'm the Excel controller, and today we are taking control of your data. Welcome back to Excel Controller. Today's lesson isn't about formulas. It isn't about pivot tables, and it isn't about dashboards. It's about something that most Excel users underestimate: formatting. Now, I know formatting doesn't sound exciting, but here's something I've learned after years working in finance and controlling. Leadership often judges the quality of your analysis before they ever read a single number. If your report is messy, if every worksheet looks different, if negative numbers don't stand out, if headings are inconsistent, your report immediately loses credibility. As controllers, we're responsible for producing information executives use to make decisions involving millions of dollars. That information needs to be accurate, but it also needs to be easy to understand. Let me give you a real-world example. Imagine you just finished the monthly close. It's 8:15 Monday morning. Your CFO opens the monthly operating report. The numbers are technically correct, but revenue is blue. Expenses are green. Some percentages have decimals. Others don't. Negative numbers are hard to find. Rows don't line up. Columns are different widths. Instead of discussing business performance, everyone spends the first 10 minutes trying to read the report. Formatting isn't decoration. Formatting is communication. Today, I'll show you how professional finance teams build spreadsheets that are clean, consistent, and easy to interpret. Before we start formatting reports, let's understand the fundamentals. Formatting controls how information is presented, not what the value is, but how people interpret it. Today, we'll focus on 7 formatting categories every financial professional should master. Let's go through each one. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is leaving everything as general. Financial reports should clearly distinguish between dollar values, percentages, dates, counts, decimals. For example, revenue should usually appear as currency. Margins should appear as percentages. Headcount should remain whole numbers. Headers should immediately stand out. Avoid decorative fonts. Stick with fonts like Calibri, Aptus, Arial. Text generally aligns left. Numbers align right. Dates align right. Consistency makes reports easier to scan. In Excel, borders should be used strategically to guide the reader's eye, not to create a grid overload. A good rule is to use borders to highlight structure, totals, sections, and key data. Apply a bottom border above the total row to visually separate transactions from the summary. Best for totals and subtotals, end of a report section, financial statements. Apply all borders to make data easier to enter and review. Best for small tables, forms, checklists, data entry sheets. Avoid on very large reports. It can make worksheets look cluttered. Apply a thick outside border around the KPI block. Best for KPI summaries, executive dashboards, budget summary sections, important calculation areas. Apply a double bottom border beneath net income. Best for final totals, income statements, financial schedules, audit-ready reports. Apply a thick bottom border under the company total. Best for grand totals and end of a major report section. This creates a clean, professional look similar to reports from Oracle, SAP, or corporate FP&A teams. Controllers don't use color to decorate. We use color to organize. Consistency in cell formatting means using the same fonts, colors, borders, number formats, and alignment for similar types of data throughout a worksheet. Consistent formatting makes reports easier to read, improves professionalism, and helps users quickly understand the information. Let's format this from scratch. Step 1. Select entire table. Home, format as table. Choose a blue medium style. Step 2. Bold headers. White text. Table headers or banded rows. And don't forget Arial font. Dark blue fill. Step 3. Format numbers. Select revenue, COGS, gross profit, OPEX, and net profit. Home, accounting format, 0 decimals. Step 4. Resize columns. Double-click between column headers. Auto-fit. Step 5. Center headers. Right align numbers. Step 6. Select margin percent. Home percentage, 1 decimal. Common mistakes includes random colors, merged cells, multiple fonts, too many decimals, hidden rows, blank rows inside tables, overusing bold. Now that we've learned the basic formatting tools available in Excel, let's apply them to a report that a financial controller might prepare during the monthly close process. Imagine that it's the first business day after month end. You've finished gathering the numbers from your accounting system, and now it's time to prepare a report comparing your department budgets to the actual results. The calculations have already been completed. Today, we're not focused on formulas. We're focused on making this report clear, organized, and professional. Right now, this worksheet contains the information we need, but it doesn't look like something we would send to a manager or executive. Let's improve it one step at a time. The first thing I notice is that there isn't a title explaining what this report is. Every professional report should clearly identify what the reader is looking at. Click cell A1. Type monthly budget versus actual report. Press enter. Now click the row number for row 1. On the Home tab, click the bold button. Increase the font size to 16. This immediately tells the reader what the report represents. Next, let's separate the title from the data. Click the row number for row 2. Right-click and choose Insert. This adds a blank row between the title and the report, making everything easier to read. Now let's improve the column headings. Click and drag across the 4 column headings. Click Bold. Now click the Fill Color button and choose a light gray fill. The purpose isn't to make the report colorful. The goal is to make the headings easy to identify while keeping the report professional. Next, let's format our numbers. Click and drag to highlight the budget, actual, and variance columns. On the Home tab, locate the number group. Click the drop-down menu that currently says General. Choose Accounting. Notice what happened. Excel added dollar signs, inserted commas, and aligned every amount consistently. The values didn't change. Only their appearance changed. This is an important concept. Formatting changes how information is displayed, not the value stored in the cell. Next, let's remove the decimal places. While those same columns are still selected, click the Decrease Decimal button until no decimal places remain. Most monthly management reports don't need cents because they make the report harder to scan. Now let's adjust our column widths. Move your mouse between columns A and B. When the cursor changes to a double arrow, double-click. Repeat this for each remaining column. Excel automatically adjusts each column to fit its contents. Nothing is cut off, and the report immediately becomes easier to read. Now let's align the information consistently. Select the Department column. Click Align Left. Next, select the Budget, Actual, and Variance columns. Click Align Right. This is the standard layout you'll see in professional financial reports. Descriptions stay on the left. Numbers stay on the right. Now let's make the outside of the report easier to identify. Highlight the entire table, including the headers. Click the Borders drop-down menu. Choose Outside Borders. This gives the report a clear beginning and ending without making it look cluttered. Let's make one more improvement. Click anywhere inside the report. Notice how your eyes naturally move from one department to another. Because we've kept the formatting simple and consistent, it's easy to compare the numbers without being distracted. Imagine sending this report to your CFO. Instead of spending time figuring out where to look, they can immediately focus on the business results. Formatting doesn't change the financial performance. It changes how quickly someone can understand it. That's one of the responsibilities of a financial controller. We don't just report numbers. We present information in a way that helps leadership make better decisions. Let's practice the same formatting techniques on another report. This time we're looking at financial information for several locations. Just like our previous worksheet, the information is correct. It simply needs to be organized. We'll begin by adding a title. Click Cell A1. Type Regional Financial Summary. Press Enter. Click the title. Make it bold. Increase the font size to 16. Select the cells the title is taking up and select Merge and Center from the Home tab. Select Left Align. Insert a blank row beneath the title. Now let's format the column headings. Select each heading across the top of the report. Click Bold. Apply the same light gray fill color we used in the previous example. Using the same formatting throughout your workbook creates consistency. When every report follows the same style, readers don't have to learn a new layout every time they open a worksheet. Now select from column A to D and double-click between the column letters. Next, select the revenue, payroll, and operating expense columns. Apply the accounting number format. Remove the decimal places. Now adjust each column width by double-clicking between the column letters. Everything should fit comfortably without cutting off any text. Next, align the location column to the left. Align every dollar amount to the right. Now highlight the entire report. Apply an outside border. At this point, compare this worksheet with how it looked before we started formatting. The data hasn't changed. The calculations haven't changed. The only thing we've changed is how the information is presented. Now imagine you have 10 different reports inside one workbook. If every worksheet follows this same format, executives can move from report to report without having to stop and figure out how each one is organized. Consistency builds confidence. Professional formatting tells your audience that you've taken care in preparing the report. As a controller, that's exactly the impression you want to create. Before sending any financial report, I recommend taking one final review. Start by checking the title. Does every worksheet clearly explain what the report contains? Next, review your column headings. Are they bold? Are they consistent across every worksheet? Now review your number formatting. Are all dollar amounts using the same accounting format? Have you removed unnecessary decimal places? Next, check your alignment. Are descriptions aligned to the left? Are numbers aligned to the right? Now look across the report. Do all of the columns fit their contents? Is any text cut off? Finally, ask yourself one simple question. If someone opened this workbook for the very first time, would they immediately understand what they're looking at? If the answer is yes, you've probably done a good job formatting your report. Now it's your turn. I've included a workbook that contains 3 worksheets. Each worksheet contains accurate financial information, but none of them have been professionally formatted. Your challenge is to apply everything we covered in today's lesson. Start by adding a clear title to each worksheet. Format every heading so it stands out from the data below. Apply accounting formatting to every dollar amount. Remove unnecessary decimal places. Adjust the column widths so every value is visible. Align text to the left. Align numbers to the right. Finally, apply outside borders to each report. When you're finished, compare your completed workbook with what we covered today. Don't worry about finishing quickly. Focus on creating reports that are clean, organized, and easy to read. Today we focused on one of the most important habits every financial professional should develop: professional formatting. You learn how to transform plain worksheets into reports that are organized, consistent, and easy to read. These are the same formatting techniques you'll use when preparing monthly close reports, budget reviews, forecasts, reconciliations, financial statements, payroll summaries, and management reports. The goal isn't to make spreadsheets look fancy. The goal is to help people understand information quickly and accurately. Download today's workbook and complete the practice exercise before moving on. In our next episode, we'll build on today's lesson by learning how to organize and structure Excel data so it's ready for sorting, filtering, tables, and future analysis. I'll see you in the next lesson.